Great, so now we are moving into the agribusiness and export promotion programs. You are going to enjoy this. If you are in this industry, this is a really great resource for you to use. So we are, the programs we'll discuss is the Western U.S. Agriculture Trade Association WASATA. And if you are in the agriculture industry, I want you to remember these acronyms. WASATA, Southern United States Trade Association, it's called SASTA, covering the southern states. Food Export Association of Midwest, covering the Midwest states. Food Export USA Northeast covers the Northeast. The Midwest and Northeast region, they're using the same website and the same manual. So that makes it a little easier. These organizations are nonprofit organizations. They're funded by the US Department of Agriculture. I do want to mention, it's very important to understand the two programs that are funding this organization, the Market Access Program, MAP, and Agriculture Trade Promotion Program, ATP. Both of them are funding, so that gives you, basically doubles your access to funds. Let's start with the WASATA program. Most of the program, I only took the WASATA as an example because it's impossible in such a short time to cover everything. But basically, all programs will have a fund match, a cost reimbursement program. They will have a learning program where you have access to research and gains report, depending on the industry, depending on country of interest. They do really give you great export resources. So even if you might not qualify for the reimbursement program, you can still open an account and access the export research center. And Connect, this is really great. I have a lot of clients using the Global Connect program from WASATA. It basically connects you based on your products with leads from different countries. And it's up to you to follow up with the leads and to meet, but I have clients who are closing a lot of trade deals right now from WASATA leads. So make sure you open that account even if you are not ready to apply for the fund match. So here are the manual. You have access to the links to the manuals in the resources. For WASATA region, we have the fund match guide. For SASTA region, we have the 50% cost share manual. And for Midwest and Northeast, we have the market promotion. So they just have slightly different names. The manuals are about 50 to 100 pages. It gives you great information on eligibility, company eligibility, product eligibility, how can you use the funds, what is the process of applying and receiving the reimbursement. This will apply to all of the programs. Basically, it is a 50% of reimbursement of eligible international marketing expenses. The minimum application should be a reimbursement of $2,500, meaning you will have to spend $5,000. So if you just want to try the program and see if you like it and it's worth the time to prepare the documentation, just turn in an application for $5,000, you'll be reimbursed $2,500. Great news, the maximum is $300,000 for MAP and $300,000 from ATP program. So this means that you could have access to $600,000 in a reimbursement through both programs. Depending for the ATP, you see a little star there. That means depending on the funds. So you will have to connect with the organization in your region and see if they have ATP funds available and if you're eligible for those as well. So basically you'll have to spend, if you're applying for $300,000 reimbursement this year, you will have to spend $600,000 in international marketing expenses, or if you're applying for a full $600,000, you'll have to spend $1.2 million. There are a little bit of restriction if you are new to exports, and this is the first year you're applying. I think you are restricted to, I don't have it on this slide. I think it's 25,000 to 50,000 for the first year. So the first year you might have some restriction to the amount of reimbursement. Let's look quickly at some eligibility. You will have to be headquartered in the WASATA or SASTA or the branding program region. You have to be a small company. They do use the SBA, small company definition. You have to be a US entity, be in business for at least 12 months. Make sure there's no other cooperator in your region for your products, like the pistachio board or the almond board in California. Product eligibility, a lot of information, it's important. This is how you determine if you could apply for this program. So your products have to contain 50% US grown ingredient by weight, excluding water and packaging. That means your products have to be farmed, fished, and or forested in the United States. Example, consumer food products, fresh produce, snack foods, condiments, sauces, specialty food items, beverages, wine, beer, some wood products, hides and skins, pet foods, ornamental horticulture, cosmetics that are made of ingredients that are they are agriculture from the United States. There's really a lot of range of products under consumer food products and hemp derived products. So if you are in the hemp industry, please make sure to click in the resources and take a look at the FAS program notice that usually says, as long as you follow the local, state, federal, international law in the market of entry, you will be fine. So it's your job. Hopefully you have a good cannabis attorney to help you with that. Sexual enhancement products and CBD are not eligible at the moment for these programs. How do you calculate your US content? There is an original calculation spreadsheet you can download. You can list your ingredients, percentage of total product weight, and you can determine if your products do qualify. WASATA, all programs will need to have this calculation to determine your qualification. Great, this is where the fun starts. So here's some example of eligible expenses, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You do have access in each of the manual. You have link in the resources to it, but just to take a look in the website and webpage production, everything related. So everything on this page, as long as it's related to your international marketing, will qualify. I like that they are also listing ineligible expenses to make it very clear what you could apply for. Web page with larger site might focus on international audiences. All services have to be performed by third parties. So your website design and development for international markets qualifies. Online ads on a third-party website qualify. Website or online platform ads that clearly shows are targeting international market. Social media influencers. So as long as your social media influencer lives in a country of entry, you could receive 50% reimbursement from WASATA by hiring the social media influencer. In newsletter, post and video clips, the cost for you to prepare these videos will be covered as well. Giveaways, if you do any ad design production, script writing, temporary labor for talent design, ad space rentals, let's see, shipping samples. A lot of the platforms, a lot of the clients will want to see your products before, so that will qualify for 50% reimbursement. And this is from the SASA Manual, and you can see they're very much focused on e-commerce, social media content, company video, digital collateral, website optimization with a long list of activities under that. So please check the region and the manual in your region and make sure you take time to read these. These 12 bullet points here are basically based on my experience working with clients using these programs. How is the best way for you to access the funds is visit the website, review the manual, determine your company or product's eligibility, start there. If you don't qualify, don't move further, but however, do not disqualify yourself. If you're not sure if you qualify, just contact them and find out. That applies for all of the programs. Review the example claims so you know what you're getting yourself into and eligible expenses. I tell all my clients, assign this job to somebody in your office, have them read the manuals and understand the process and build sort of like a protocol on how to apply for these activities. Choose your international markets, build your marketing strategy plan. It's all about planning. You need to have a plan. So when you apply for these programs, you know exactly which eligible expenses are aligning with your plan. Choose your activities from the manual, apply, communicate with the manager. You'll be assigned a manager for any of these programs. Make sure your communication is clean and clear. You understand the deadlines, you meet the deadlines. And implement, it's all about the implementation. Once you have the deadlines, make sure every single eligible activities implement it, you complete your proof of claim that are required, and then receive your reimbursement up to 600,000 a year. Quick summary. Each region has its own manuals. Make sure you review them. And this one was done really fast.